URC round number 3, folks. Zebre and the Stormers. Goodness me, that was a weird game. It was ugly at times. Like, there were some nice tries in this game, but boy, some of this game was a tough watch. Zebre can't back up after their win over Munster last week, and the Stormers, like Damien Willemse maybe put it best when he was giving his little man of the match interview where he said they showed bits in glimpses. Glimpses is probably right, because some of the glimpses were terrible and some of the glimpses were pretty sweet. But it's a good win for them. In the end, it's a bonus point win away from home. Like if you had offered Munster that, they'd probably take it. They didn't get it last week, so we'll go through some of the key events and the stats, and you guys can let us know your thoughts. But ultimately, Stormers' scrum is maybe the most impressive part of this game. They got a penalty early to the Stormers, 3 points to 0 lead. Massive cheer from the Zebre fans about 10 minutes, because they actually won the first scrum penalty of the game, but that was a bit of a false dawn, because the Stormers won a scrum penalty from the next one, and many of the scrums throughout the rest of the game. But the Stormers, man, errors, like missing touch a couple of times early, like you letting off that territorial pressure that you've just worked hard to gain. And then there's a long stoppage from the officials for a Fischetti and Van Heerden collision. Like Van Heerden cleans out Miss Fischetti, and they look at it for so long, but nothing happens. It's literally one of those worst examples of everybody's time being wasted when the footage is just not there. It was pretty awful, but nothing comes of it. Stormers get another penalty, 6-0, another penalty, 9-0. Scoreboard is ticking along. They're never looking like losing this one, but sometimes they're not looking like catching the ball. Both sides, just some poor handling. Zebre's best attack comes right before halftime, but again, it ends in a knock-on. And then, like, Zebre finished the half with a yellow card warning. Too many penalties conceded at the breakdown. From that one, the Stormers opt for touch. They finally find that touch, and they send through Zas with a nice wee line-out move, which kind of has a dummy runner switch play thing. It's Devet that goes to the gap, and he pops it to Zas, who's able to score the try. So 16-0 lead for the Stormers at halftime. Even at that point, they are not looking like losing this game, especially with the way their scrum's going. But I mean, they've had 55% possession. They've had 59% territory. They've conceded 3 penalties to Zebre's 9. They've only had to make 33 tackles to Zebre's 83, and yet they only have 1 try on the board. They've had the 3 penalties, but I feel like they would have liked a bit more from that first half. Stormers start the second half with another penalty, so they extend the lead to 19-0, and Zebre just can't escape their own half, man. Yellow card warning at scrum time this time, because they are just conceding a lot of penalties at the set piece. But then, like, as the Stormers are just trying to kind of put that final nail in the Zebre coffin, they get pinged at scrum time. Probably the only other time they didn't win a scrum penalty, like when a penalty didn't go their way at scrum time, for not driving straight on Zebre's line when they had so much pressure, but Zebre were just able to exit. But the Stormers did finally get their game going, at least in the final quarter. You'll see in the final quarter, they're able to run in 3 tries. So the first one comes to Hartzenberg. It's a Galant with the nice footwork for that one, puts them through a gap. So 24-0. Zebre do get the yellow card for the too many scrum penalties, but during the yellow card, the Stormers still can't score. End of the yellow card period, they do score. That one comes through Zas, who gets his second one. That one was like Hugo Fenta had the big carry in the build-up, and Zas is able to show a bit of toe to get over. So 29-0. And then I was thinking, like, Zebre got no chance. It's just the Stormers chasing the bonus point from here. At least JC did get a try for the Zebre guys to have something to cheer about. Nice wee chip and chase, 29-5. It kind of looked like the Stormers were going to somehow win 29-0 with no bonus point, but they did get it done. Last play of the game, basically, and it's Davids who's able to go over, who, scrum move. Don't think they had a penalty that time, but they just get the ball wide, and he shows a bit of power to go over close to the touchline. And Willemse gets that conversion after having missed the last couple. But yeah, 36-5. Like I said, kind of comfortable enough. Some decent tries, but a whole bunch of ugly play at times. But the scrum was good. Like, the stats are bonkers. Possession, 59-41. Territory, 57-43. Penalties conceded, 16-8. Tackles, 148-50. Like, you don't see many games as lopsided as this. And I guess the scoreboard reflects it. Like, 36-5, as I said, after Munster got beaten there a week earlier, is I guess if you offer that to the Stormers pre-game, they take it, but you still feel like they could have done better. I don't know. You feel like the Stormers side's got a higher ceiling than what they showed here for sure. And Zebre, it's hard to know just where they're at because the scrum was that bad. The scrum conceding as many penalties as they did, with all the drop ball leading to more scrums, just meant they were under the pump pretty much the entire game. 18 scrums in this game. Rugby, the 6, had 17 tackles for Zebre, but like Priscantelli had like 5 turnovers conceded. That's just way too many. Zas had 75 meters. Hartzenberg beat 3 defenders. Van Heerden had 10 carries. Willems, the man of the match, had 10 carries. So yeah, good to see him back in action. But yeah, that's the URC round 3 kind of final game wrapped up. If you guys watched the game, let us know your thoughts. I think this is one, if you haven't seen it, you probably go back and watch the highlights. You probably don't need to watch the full game for this one. But anyway, you guys let us know your thoughts. Take care of yourselves, and I'll talk to you guys again soon. See you later.